everybody, welcome back to Mel's Board Game Room. I am joined with Andrea for the Show Me Your Shelfie series. Hi, Andrea.
Hey.
So, Andrea, we met on the Discord channel for the Boardgame Specialists Podcast. So you listen to the podcast, you join the Discord, and you're actually very active on there. So is everybody on there. Like there's constantly people posting about what they're playing.
Yeah, I'm kind of your cyber stalker because I had to track you down through BGG to get a working link for Discord.
I don't know what it is with Discord and making links that don't last forever. It drives me bananas. But yeah, it's like Board Game Stats or Board Game Geek, I guess, is where we connected officially. She's like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. What is the Discord link? So that's because, it's been, a month or two maybe at the most?
Yeah, it hasn't been very long at all.
Yeah.
And actually you end up at the serious disadvantage because I hear you all the time. So like, I feel like I know you and never talked to you before today.
Well, it's like I did another video with somebody I was only met on Instagram. And I was like, so we've been following each other for quite a while on Instagram, which means we don't know each other at all. So I guess you have a bit of an advantage over Sharon did because, I think me and Carla portray very much who we are and how we are on that podcast anyways. So
it feels like you do.
Yeah, well, it's not scripted at all. So I think that comes across.
Well, neither are we, so that's perfect.
It's just like I said, here's a few things we'll talk about, but it is going to be what it's going to be. Nobody knows how this episode's going to go. First of all, let's talk a bit about you. Like you were just saying, you've been into the hobby for like about 5 years. So this is fairly new for you.
This is very new. I kind of started, it's weird. I kind of started in 2020, but not during the COVID lockdown.
Right.
So later that year, I kind of finally broke down and asked for a game I had been eyeballing for a really long time for Christmas.
Okay.
And that was Seventh Continent.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that was your first game?
That was my first game. Should have opened with, I'm solo. I'm almost like 90% of my gaming is solo.
Right.
And Seventh Continent, I had seen a blurb about when it was kickstarted before it was available for retail.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of the first one I became aware like they would actually design games to play on your own.
Right.
And I finally, it took years for me to like break down and say, okay, fine, I'm going to spend that much money. And I look at what it cost retail versus what like the Kickstarter cost and what some of the other games cost. And I'm like, why did I make such a big deal of that expense?
Right.
But we won't talk about some of the expenses. But
it's not that kind of episode anyways. That's not the
no. He will be oft mentioned in our discussion. My husband very generously purchased it for me for Christmas.
Nice.
I went down the board gaming rabbit hole off of that game.
Yeah.
And he doesn't game with me a lot. He does sometimes. We play like lighter games. But I dragged him with me for the game accoutrement. You speak French. You can say it much better than I can. All the game accessories, like my lovely table that I am sitting at, and shelves, and little token bowls and stuff. So I board game and shove him into the workshop to build me stuff.
I know. So I've seen pictures. It's like, Andrea, please come on this series because I want to have like a closer look. Now that is a good husband.
Yeah,
he's getting kudos for that, I'm sure.
He is wonderful. Just ask him; he will tell you.
Yes, I'm sure.
Frequently,
it's kind of cool. Support comes in different ways. Like Lee is the same way. Like he will play with me. He doesn't love the board game hobby like I do. But then most sane people don't. So he supports in other ways. And like the support that your husband is showing you is just amazing as well. Yeah. And I absolutely love that. So now you solo game mostly. How often would you say you play?
3, maybe 4 times a week. Kind of like, the rest of the world. I got the day job.
It gets in the way.
like I know it's so inconvenient.
Mine's really the way you buy games, though. So
what's actually really fun is I do some reviews, and I get the review games sent to work.
Oh, nice.
So every now and then they get mistakenly open, like they think it's a sample, and I'll get called down to the room. I work in a laboratory, so they'll call me down. They're like, "I don't think you're supposed to be analyzing this." I'm just like, "Nope."
That's funny.
We're gonna hide that in my office, and then I have like games stacked up in my office, which looks great when the boss walks in.
Right, of course, yeah, for sure. It's like I had Cash and Gun delivered to my work once, and they're like, what?
Oh, I work in a lab. I'm like the most like non-dangerous thing I get sent is a game. Like, I literally get hazardous chemicals in the mail. So really, you should be happy I'm getting a board.
Yeah, no kidding. That's funny. All righty. Well, let's go on the tour. So we'll switch the camera around so we can see your space, and I'll switch you over here.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect.
So this is I have to give credit where it's due. Forgive me, I'm moving a chair so I don't trip.
Yeah, no
my fully customized board gaming space. This is for all my hobbies.
Right.
And this back here is my crafting and writing desk.
Nice.
Which is the first piece of furniture my husband built for me. And you have to note the
beautiful,
lovely tree root design, which has carried for everything else.
Yes, like it's almost like a fairy sanctuary. Like,
yeah,
I love that.
So I'll really brag about him. This centerpiece, I can't do it because it takes two hands. This actually lifts up like a drafting table.
Okay, wow. Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
It is gorgeous. Yes. We also have over here my bookshelves.
Yes. Now zoom in on this because the shelves themselves are amazing.
I'm doing this in order, actually, of like how they came in. So if you can see, the shelves are all live edge,
right?
And they are all from the same tree. So this knot gets smaller as you go up.
Oh, no way! Like the craftsmanship is unreal.
I can hear him shouting from the other room, all of the little things, and the knots are filled in with resin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Nice. I'm not trying to make people nauseous. I'm repositioning where the camera is.
No worries.
So he made me my beautiful bookcases to the live edge to coordinate with my tree root design desk.
Yes.
Is the same.
Oh, yes, made out of oak and cherry. He's shouting from the background.
Nice.
Oh, okay. And the tree that contributed to my lovely shelves.
Yeah.
Contributed to the game table.
Because that game table is amazing.
Oh wait, the best part is coming.
I know.
So I'll move in to show you that the shelves
also
here
the same shelves on there.
Yeah, also live edge from the same tree. So the best thing about this, because this is custom made, not only does it visually agree, but I could ask for whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So I asked for a shelf that always stays empty so that I can use it as a side table.
Okay, perfect.
And it has a little like removable for like discard piles.
Oh, okay, perfect. So you just kind of put that out of the way so it doesn't clutter your table as you're playing a game.
Yep, I can just put the cards over there. So this part, let me make sure because I have to lose the visual here. So are you? No, you can't see that way. Can you still see the table?
We see the ceiling.
Ceiling. Okay. How about that?
Sorry. That's good right now. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I got more stuff in here. Prop the camera where it needs to be. Because this is the best part the table when I'm not using it.
It is so cool.
Goes away and is also, I don't know how well you can see it. I'll zoom in.
Oh, like
my
the
legs
roots.
auto fold are tree trunks.
They're beautiful. Because you sent a picture on the Discord group. Like I saw the picture of the table. I didn't realize that how it folded. So I'm glad I got to see it.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of gives you all that space. And then when you want to play, you bring it down. You have a perfect size table.
Yep. I get all my floor space back.
Beautiful.
The table was exactly as long as I asked for.
Right.
So that it could fit my biggest game board. So.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. No, for sure, because you need to.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
He did an absolutely gorgeous job on this. And for all its sorry, you're gonna get a super zoom.
No worries.
For all that, it's very easy to put down.
Yeah, because you pretty much did that one-handed almost. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And the legs are hinged, so I don't even have to like pull the legs out and put them back in place.
Right.
Yeah.
That's spectacular.
He did a gorgeous job. And we will also, I mentioned the accoutrement.
Yes.
So he has made me additionally.
Oh, no way. Nice.
Dice tray.
You can never have too many components.
You cannot. You cannot. And they all actually coordinate really well as well.
That's beautiful.
This one is one of my favorites, and it started as a tree in our backyard that had to come down.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of neat, right? Like you get that association with it.
Yeah. And this came out of a scrap pile, so he made me a dice tray so that I could stop chasing my dice all over.
Carla needs one of those. Carla knocks stuff over on the table often. So.
Well, see, that is the other nice thing. As you can see, it's got a little coaster on it. My empty shelf also frequently holds my beverage.
All makes sense. Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of safe and out of the way. Perfect. So now let's have a look at the collection, the games themselves.
So we'll start down here at the bottom. So actually, I think, except for Clinic, all of these I got for review.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So Peak Team was probably my favorite game from last year. That was kind of a surprise. I absolutely adored it. Moving up, we've got Grand Austria Hotel. That's Carla's fault.
Oh my God. She mentions it almost every episode. So yeah.
Just about. And she and I have pretty similar game tastes from what she says on the podcast.
So
I'm like, well, we'll do that. Pandemic and viticulture, of course. What solo game doesn't have viticulture? My empty shelf. Right now I have a second empty shelf. I don't know how long that'll last. Storage for the pieces.
Right.
So a couple more here.
Nice.
These are the little guys. Sky Team is also your fault. Heard about that on your podcast.
I'm okay with it. I'll make my peace with that.
And actually, I think Sky Team, and we were talking about this a little bit before we started recording. I think Sky Team and Vainglory's Grotto are the only two I actually paid full price for.
Nice.
Everything else on there was either a review game or I bought secondhand. So
honestly, it makes sense to buy secondhand, right? Like it just, I mean, I buy a lot firsthand. I buy a fair bit more now on Kickstarters, but secondhand, like flea markets and then the auctions, I get a lot that way as well. Oh, they're all falling down here.
I discovered a little while ago the Button Shy like wallet games. So I have a couple of those and a little tray that hubby built me also.
Oh, that's perfect. Because how do you store them that
I know
kind of tucked away somewhere?
So that was really nice of him. More stuff that he made for me. A very
fun one.
That's like the 99 version.
Yeah.
That long box. It's not super great for solo, but that game did help us learn that my husband doesn't like the same games I do.
I guess there's that.
I mean, it's how it goes. And the binder has like the one-page print and play, roll and
Right.
write print and plays in it. Up here, this is the Shelf of Shame.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Actually quite proud of this because there's actually only 2 games on here.
Right.
All the rest are expansions that I just haven't added in yet.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I have a much more impressive Shelf of Shame.
You have a much more impressive everything. Now, come on, let's be honest.
Some of us do not have self-control.
I tend to like hold off on adding in the expansions until I feel like I really know the game, and I'll
Makes sense.
like and I'll tell myself like, oh, until I've won like X number of games or not lost by so much, I won't add them in. Which is why most of the expansions are still on my Shelf of Shame. It shows you how good a gamer I'm not. Actually. I'm on the main floor of my house actually, so.
Oh yes.
I won't rub into our East Coast viewers, but there's no snow out my window.
No kidding. I see that. There's green out there.
There is. My family lives in New England, so they are not happy with me right now. These 2 games, this is something else we were talking about beforehand. I don't own these. I got these from my local library, and God loved them. So,
you know what? I love that. Almost every library I've come to, like even Acme has a population of 650 people. It is small. The library is inside the school. So it's a small public library, and they do have a game collection of games that you can access. So the libraries are a great way to get to board games without having to invest in the board games.
Yeah, there's I checked out Gutenberg from one of like the libraries in my system. So it's like my actual physical library doesn't have it, but one of the other like libraries in that system does.
Right.
And I played and I was like dying to play it. And I'm like, I like it and it's good. And I play it again, but like, I don't need to own it. I can just get it from the library if I want to play it again.
Exactly. For sure.
I'll back up because we were having a side conversation. The rest of the collection's in a closet.
Yeah.
Which, made this super fun to do. I had to clean my closet now.
The things that make you do.
I know. We've got an empty shelf, which is just begging for, maybe a little bit more attention. I just picked up Marvel Champions secondhand, which was the biggest mistake I ever made because now I want all the stuff they don't print anymore.
Of course, right?
God, bastards. It was a very expensive impulse buy.
Right. They can, preaching to the choir here, I just give in to those impulses.
Yeah. This one, the games that won't fit on the narrower shelves outside are in here. So, Underwater Cities,
great game,
and Ark Nova are 2 of my absolute favorites. I think Ark Nova is the first game that I like maxed 50 plays.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah. Obsession is another fantastic game. That one's very slightly behind.
Theme is hilarious too.
Oh, Abomination's theme is priceless. And like it's. If you don't have a strong stomach, it's gross art, but it's like really good gross art.
Right. They did it well.
They did. They did a really good job on the bodies with no skin. And actually, I haven't decided how I feel about Everdell, but I adore Castles of Mad Ludwig and
that one's fun.
Yeah, those ones are good. And then the really physically big games. So we've got Tainted Grail, which was a purchase off of BGG, so I got the stretch goals without having to support on Kickstarter.
Right.
Nice. Distant Skies, Tang Garden, and Pirate Republic, which has lovely art, but is also pretty big on the table.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tucked in the corner, we have Spirit Island and Mansions of Madness.
I love Mansions of Madness.
Yeah, my point earlier about my husband and I don't play the same games. He saw Spirit Island set up once, and he just came in and he's like, "I never want to learn this game. Don't ever try to teach me.
Don't even ask."
Don't even bother." Camera bag because we take a lot of pictures. and Firefly 10th Anniversary Edition.
Nice.
That has to be on the floor because it's way too big.
It's big, yeah.
And that is why I have the table.
Oh, so, that was the game that set the size.
That was the game, and the 10th Anniversary Edition is beautiful, but the neoprene mat, like if it hangs off the sides, there's nothing you can do. It doesn't even like hold up the piece. So we built the table, and the little wood box above it is Seventh Continent. I got some of the expansions, and they wouldn't fit anymore, so I have to make my own box for it.
Oh, wow.
That one I made. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
There's actually Hobby Lobby made the box. I stained it.
Okay, well, there you go. Give credit where credit's due, I guess.
There's a reason he has all the power tools.
Nice. Wonderful. You have an amazing game space.
I am very lucky. It's my custom game space.
Yeah, I love it. I love everything about that for sure. Now, we've taken a tour around your space. Obviously, it looks like you've organized your game mostly by size. The really big ones are in the closet. The rest are kind of tucked around.
Yeah.
You've been in the hobby 5 years, and your collection is very much under control. Like, how do you manage your collection?
Largely, it's the fact that I know it's an expensive hobby. It's not my only hobby,
right?
And it's not my only expensive hobby. So it's kind of a balance. The other thing that helps a lot too, I log my plays, and I'm very analog for that, which is, I suppose, not a surprise for a board gamer. But I do it partly because it's like, if I'm going to spend $60 on a board game, I want to like get my money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
So if it's like one of those games where you have like multiple characters you can play, it's like, all right, fine, I'm not buying more games until I've played like at least half those characters, because otherwise I'm just like, from my perspective, it's like I'm just continually buying stuff and I'm not actually enjoying it. So kind of that way, but nobody's perfect. I mean, there's a lot of pretty shiny games.
It really is. And I do like what you're saying there, because BG Stats, like an app that keeps track, if you track on there, does kind of keep track of your cost per play. Yeah. Which is so interesting. I follow, I don't know why, because some games, my cost per play is amazing. Like Love Letter, it's like pennies. Yeah. And my unplayed collection is quite large. And eventually, I mean, I don't buy a game that I'm not interested in and I don't intend to play. But so would you say for you, like, have you called your collection or do you just keep it trimmed to begin with?
I keep it trim, but the other part of it too is like, I don't have the world's greatest memory, which actually is fantastic for campaign games, because like, give it a year and I won't remember what happened. I can play that again. But the other thing that like helps me keep it under control is there are times that I really want like the exercise of learning something new. But I hate like pulling a game off the shelf and having to reteach myself every time I pull it off the shelf. And like, I know my own brain. It's like, I'm not going to be able to keep the rules of, 200 games in my head. So at some point I'm going to hit this point where I'm always relearning the game.
And with being that you're playing solo, you're probably doing more campaign game as well. Like that was one of my thing with the campaign games, or some of them, like is you get back to it and it's like, okay, what we were doing, I forget. And then, so that's why I think that's part of my commitment issues that I have with campaign games, just because I like the variety. Now, if you're playing a game more regularly, you're not going to come across what were we doing as much as I do.
I find, and I do this when I read too. So if like you kind of consider the mechanics of different board games, like the genre, I like to genre skip. Like after a while, it starts to feel, like, yeah, okay, fine. I've been like in this world for this campaign game for 3-4 days, whatever. It's like I want something different. So it's like, okay, fine. We will pack up Tainted Grail that covers my whole table.
Yes.
And we'll play like 4 rounds of Peak Team, which is completely different. Like refreshes my brain a little bit. And then in another couple of weeks, it's like, all right, fine, we'll pull Tainted Grail back out and give that another couple of days. Which, in the early days of the hobby, when I realized this was a thing, that like solo gaming was a thing,
right?
It was, I went through like a very acquisitive phase where it was just like, well, that's a completely different mechanic. I haven't done that before. I'm going to buy that game. And then I wind up with, like a stack, and sooner or later I'm getting a little bit of side eye. Like, why do we have 12 games in the house that you don't know how to play? So
it just happens.
So buy you another sander of some kind. It's fine.
Right. That's the thing. I think that's why we're so out of control in my household, because Lee comes home from Edmonton and he's like, we should go board game shopping. I'm like, we should go board game shopping? What are you talking? You bought a bike. He's like, I bought a bike. We need to even it out. Oh,
yeah.
We're enabling each other a little too much.
We came back from our motorcycle trip vacation and bought a new motorcycle this year.
There you go.
She's very pretty.
Right. We had 8 at one point. Lee has bought a lift that lifts the bike up so you could fit some above and some below.
I'm never telling my husband this. I'm never telling him. He's not allowed to watch the video because he's going to want one.
So it's okay. No, we're out of control in both of those hobbies, 100% without a doubt. Now, tips for keeping things organized other than marry somebody who does woodworking, because some of us are already in relationships. What would you recommend?
I have been known to rent him on occasion. I'm just saying. There's pretty writing up in Edmonton. I'm sure we can work something out. Like right now, I know where everything is because my collection is small enough.
Yeah.
The bigger challenge for me right now is keeping it organized for what goes where, so the library games don't get mixed up.
Right.
Accidentally on purpose with my own collection.
Right.
Which I might have been really tempted about on Endeavor Deep Sea. So like that kind of organization isn't a challenge for me right now. I have become a lot more, focused isn't the right word, but just aware of like the kind of the inbox organization to make setup and tear down easier.
Right.
Like I only have so much time when I get home, like before dinner. So it's like if I want to play a handful of games of stuff that's like a little bit longer, than like a quick card game, and it takes 30 minutes to pull all the pieces out and get them set up. Like, well, there goes to like half of tonight's game session, and we have to do it. So I think right now I'm looking a lot more at how I can streamline that, and like how I can either keep the box organized if it's like inserts that I just pull out, or there's some stuff it's like I've stopped necessarily like separating all the different tokens. If they're really obvious, it's like we will just put, like all the primary color tokens in one dish I can dig through in the middle of the game.
That makes a difference, right? If you could just open their dump, that's ready. I always kind of put the starting pieces together per player. So here's your bag you set up, here's your bag you set up, everything you need to start. Right, like that makes sense. And it makes sense. Yeah, like do you want to spend your time playing the game, or do you want to spend your time setting up the game? So to make that I like that.
I also too, I have a couple games where if there's like a bunch of stuff for the multiplayer that I'm never going to play multiplayer. It all just goes in a bag and it's not even in the box anymore. I'm just like, I don't need to wade through it to, find what I'm going to do. I'm probably never going to play that game with somebody. So we'll just put all of the components that never get used
I do the same with the solo stuff. Yeah. Put that aside. We're never touching that.
I don't paint minis. I'm like, I can love gray. I can use little, just the little like markers from Mansions of Madness. I'm like, yep, that's fine. I'm never going to paint those minis.
Yeah, sounds perfect. Wonderful. So I think that's kind of all the questions I had. Really love your game setup and all the custom shelves and table. That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming on and showing us all of that. Now, if you want to get in touch with Andrea, best place probably is on the Discord channel for the Boardgame Specialist Podcast. I'll make sure that we have a working link possibly in there. If it doesn't, then reach out to me and then I'll find you a different link. But thank you so much for joining me, Andrea. And then thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.